just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract, watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, you gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got a lot. I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract, watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract, watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money.
What's going on, everybody? I appreciate y'all hanging out with me here today. Hope everybody's getting ready here for this 4th of July long weekend that you got coming up. Stay safe and blessed out there. But today we're going to be talking about how to prepare for the fourth quarter, whether you know it or not. Yeah, I was just reading the comment. But whether you guys know it or not, we're in the fourth quarter of government contracting. In the regular business world, looks like the third quarter. Whether you know, it's 12 months in a year. So if you break those down equally, every 3 months is a quarter. Usually in the business world, the end of the year will be October, November, December. That would be the fourth quarter in the regular business world when you close your books. But the government's fiscal year, it goes from September to September and not December. So July, August, September is the fourth quarter of government contracting. Now, one of the neat things about the fourth quarter of government contracting is this. They're on a lot of kind of comparison as to some people's vacation time. If you don't use your vacation by the end of the fiscal year for your business, which would be December, it's a use it or lose it method. Well, that's the same method when it comes to government contracting. If they don't spend the money by the end of the fiscal year, which is September, then that agency no longer will get the same funding in the budget because they didn't spend the money. So you'll see a lot of times in the fourth quarter that these government agencies, they're pushing out work on their desk, and this gives you the opportunity as an entrepreneur, business owner in this industry to get your feet wet and also obtain contracts in more of an easier way, per se, because when September hits, for sure, you really can't go through a proposal process, right? It's not enough time. So this is when direct awards happen. This is when credit card purchases happen. In the fourth quarter, it is the most transactions, not the most money, but the most transactions happen in the fourth quarter right there. So just keep that in mind. Again, that's what we're going to be hitting on today. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners that you know need to hear about government contract. Well, not hear about it. We're going to learn about government contracting for this fourth quarter right here. If you're new to the channel, we appreciate you being here. We're here Tuesday through Thursday. We won't be here tomorrow, though. We're going to take a break for the holiday. But we're here Tuesday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. On Tuesdays, we go over the business and mindset. On Wednesdays, we go over government contracting. On Thursdays, we usually look at tools, in particular SB Money Flow and Peer Money AI, and how they can help you guys achieve success in your business. But again, today, we'll be diving in on what you should be preparing yourself for the fourth quarter of government contracting. Don't forget, put down in the chat where you're tuning in from, whether you're listening live or you'll be listening on replay. You never know who you have the opportunity to network with, as well as go ahead and drop that I am a millionaire in the chat. Remember, it's for you to believe, not me, but 10 years from now, you're going to come back, or hopefully a year from now, you come back and look at that comment and realize that you claimed that you were going to pull that millionaire spot. Because it's all about you guys. Doesn't matter what I say. You got to be willing to take the action to get what you want here. But before we dive into this thing, let's see. Timothy, what's going on? I appreciate you being here, my brother out there in Houston. Raymond Flores, what's happening with you out there in New York? Appreciate you being here. My guy Vaughn out there in Wisconsin, what's going on with you, my brother? All right, the fourth quarter. This is a special time. So first of all, I need your mindset to shift, okay? So if I told you that in the fourth quarter, it's not really going to be that long proposal process. Now, granted, in the beginning, right, like this month of July, it could happen, but once we get into August and September, time's a ticking. So since we know it's not going to go through that whole process, we got to start thinking, okay, what type of opportunities are out there that are achievable like this? Or how can I be or position myself to take advantage of these situations? Well, the first thing, of course, you got to be registered in the system. Now, this is where, let me share my screen here. This is where those certifications are going to come into play. All right. Now, again, I'm not saying that you got to have the certifications in order to do this. All I'm saying is this is when they come into play because they help you become strategic. Now, you got one or two options. Hopefully you have the certifications, or somebody, subcontractor that you could potentially, well, you'll be being a sub, they'll be the prime, but somebody that you can work with, okay, that you could possibly get them awarded contracts based off their certification. So when I talk certifications, I'm on sba.gov. And if you can see right below here, let me blow up my screen here so you guys can see a little bit better. If you see right here, you can see the certifications. Women-owned, veteran, 8A, hub zone. Of course, service disabled, veteran-owned would be in that designation as well. But the reason why I'm saying one of these certifications is because, matter of fact, you know what? I don't feel like talking to SBA, all right? So instead, this is what we're going to do. We're going to say, okay, what is the WOSB set aside dollar amount? All right. So here you can see Now, I believe the numbers changed a little bit based off COVID, but they could be somewhere around there. But I'm just throwing the certification out there. You need to do a little deeper research into your particular certification. I have the 8A certification, so we could do something like up to $4 million. I believe these numbers can go higher, but again, I don't have a woman-owned certification, and the companies that we consult to, we don't really utilize this portion of it for their woman-owned certification. But anyways, as you can see, contracts under $250,000 are automatically set aside for small businesses, including women-owned small businesses. So it's not just women-owned small businesses, that's also small business, period. So by you being a small business, opportunities that are under $250,000 can be directly awarded to you with no competition. So that could be ways that we're strategically looking at opportunities that are under $250,000 so we can get them. Now, another thing about this under $250,000, they're probably not going to be posted on your sam.gov or things of that nature. That's where these relationships are going to have to come in. Hopefully you've been out there talking to these small business agencies and you've already been in the process of knowing who your customer is. Now, I know a lot of people on the internet tell you to do crazy things when it comes to government contracting, but I promise you this. You need to research and understand where the money is being spent. There's, of course, an opportunity for you to just go out there and blind bid at opportunities, but strategy is going to be what sets you free. Okay, so part of the strategy here in this fourth quarter is we already have, or we're starting to work on our relationships like right now, because we're going to be aggressive in this fourth quarter, because again, it's use it or lose it. And just like anybody else, when something is in front of me and I want to get it done, usually it's the person at the top of my mind that I'm going to call on first. So this is why I'm saying we're going to be aggressive. We're going to email, the decision makers about these opportunities out here and let them know who we are and what we do during this fourth quarter, because we want to be at the top of their mind. But we're going to do our research first and make sure we understand who has those opportunities sitting there. So again, we got the $250,000. There's also contracts over $250,000 can be set aside specifically for women-owned small businesses. I believe, don't quote me on it, I think you go up to like $2 million, right? That can just be directly awarded to you with no competition. This is going to be clutch. Now, don't just focus on the dollar amount. Understand that there is a vehicle called your certification that enables you to get direct awards during a time where it's use it or lose it. We want to make it very easy to our customer. Our customer is the government agency that's been spending the money in what you do. All right. So now that we understand that, you got all of your different types of certifications that you could take advantage of. Women-owned, economically disadvantaged women-owned, hub zone, service disabled veteran, veteran-owned, small business, 8A. That's one way to go about this. That's not the only way. Now, again, if you don't have any of those certifications right now, your option is to find companies that have those certifications so you can partner and do a switcheroo here where they become the prime of the opportunity and you're the sub to them. Why would they want to do this? Well, because you're bringing the opportunity to the table, right? They're not using their sweat equity. They're not using their business development team or any of that to get the attention of the customer. They're not spending time reading opportunities and none of that. You're doing all of that work for them. And you're saying, hey, I know the piece to the puzzle. I've completed the puzzle except for this one little piece that puts you at the top right here so we can utilize you. But I know all the other stuff. So let's come in and partner and get the deal done, right? This is what's going to be happening here in this fourth quarter. A lot of time joint ventures participate a lot in this time, right? All right. So That's one way. All right. Well, two ways, technically. You got the certs, or you find somebody else with the certs and you do a joint venture. And also, all the stuff I'm telling you is important if you want to consult as well, because, you need to know about these strategies in order to help your clients out there when it comes to government contracting there. Don't forget, make sure you're hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this live feed out with 3 other business owners, entrepreneurs that need to learn about government contracting here in the fourth quarter. If you have any questions about anything that I'm going over tonight, make sure you go ahead and drop those questions in the chat, and I will get back to them. Put a Q in the front of it before you ask the question, and that way I can make sure I see it when I get to scrolling back here. If you guys have ever submitted a bid for a proposal, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you've never ever submitted a bid for a proposal before, I want you to put a 0 in the chat. Once again, if you have submitted a bid for a proposal, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you've never ever submitted a bid to a proposal at all, and that could be a RFQ, a request for quote as well. If you never submitted anything, I want you to go ahead and put a 0 in the chat so I can get an understanding of what I'm about to tell you guys next. So once again, we just did, 2 strategies here of the fourth quarter, because it's a use it or lose it, right? We're going to utilize our certifications. Now, also remember, all of us are a small business. Okay. So 9 times out of 10, you could utilize that. Chances are nobody is a large business on my live stream. I don't think that they're listening to me. So we're all small businesses. So you could always utilize that one once you get yourself registered here in this system. Okay. Now, the next thing that you can look towards, and it's kind of like a certification, but it's your GSA schedules. Okay. So your GSA schedules, your GSA schedules are a bunch of different, I'm trying to explain it in a way that makes it simple. It's like other certifications, but they're called vehicles, contract vehicles, and they're treated kind of just like certifications. But the difference is, let's say for like this mass contract vehicle, the GSA mass, I forget exactly what mass stands for, but it's a whole bunch of different opportunities in this vehicle. What ends up happening is GSA puts a proposal out there, and you have to give the rates of every position. Even if your company doesn't do the work, you still have to give the rate of the position, right? So you end up winning the vehicle, the GSA mass vehicle, multiple award schedule. Thank you. I appreciate you. So you end up, and let me pop that up here for anybody who wants to know what mass stands for the GSA multiple award schedule. So what ends up happening here is you win the bid to get on this schedule. Now it's like a vetting process. The government doesn't have to technically vet you and see how much you're going to be charging and things of that nature. You've already put it in there. You already told them how much you were going to be charging for every single labor category, right? You already won this. That part is out of the way. Now it's your job to shop this schedule. So this schedule may have like $80 billion sitting on it, or it's probably got way more than that. I forget the exact dollar amount. But anyways, don't focus on that part. It's a lot of money that's on this schedule, and you got to shop it around to the government and say, hey, Malmar is over here. We're capable of doing what you need done right there. You can utilize this vehicle to access us and directly award it. And you don't even have to put it out there for bid because you're utilizing this schedule right here. Again, it's just like the certifications to me. Now, I also want to pause for a second because I don't want you guys to think you got to have all of this. I'm just telling you strategies. And then here in a minute, I'm going to tell you how to understand which one you should be focusing on, if any at all. Okay. But you need to know these strategies because I teach you guys how to consult. And in order to be the best consultant, you really need to, know all the different ins and outs of this industry right here. So that's the schedule side. Just like certifications, though, if you don't have access to the schedule, find companies that are already on the schedule and you can partner with them and do the same thing. You could be a sub, they can be the prime, the money can flow through the schedule to them and they sub things out to you. Remember, you do all of the work up front and that way they'll listen to you. Okay? So there's I guess that'll be 4 methods right there. Remember, certs, and then we got schedules. Again, I'm telling you guys this stuff because we are in the 4th quarter. It's a use it or lose it time for the government. The closer we get to the end of September, the faster they got to get rid of that money right there. So you got to keep this in mind. I'm teaching you guys the strategy so you can become successful here in government contracting. So those are going to be your methods. Again, I don't have notes either, so I'm thinking off the top of my head as I'm going through this. The next thing that you want to pay attention to is this, okay? Where's my money, right? Because you're telling me all these strategies, Travis, but how do I know who to approach? Well, the beauty about government contracting is all data driven. Once they do something one time, the odds are that they're going to do it again. So a lot of the 4th quarter spending, again, will be that $250,000, under $4 million, under $1 million, and they won't be 4 or 5 year projects. They could be a couple months, they could be a month, they could be a year or two, and they won't be posted on sam.gov all the time. So I'm teaching you the strategy of this 4th quarter. So we're going to go to usaspending.gov. We're going to click on award search here. Now, I want to actually take a look here at fiscal year 2023. Now, usually I teach you guys to go back like 5 years so you can get a true understanding, but I want to see who's spending that right now money. So in 2023, well, matter of fact, let's change this. Let's come here to date range. And I'm going to take this back to July 1st, 2023. And we're going to go to September 30th. 2023. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see who is spending money and what it is that I got going on. This, and I hope this search right, government data on their site. Sometimes it just don't quite work out the way that I need it to. But anyways, now you can see the type of money that's getting spent. Now, granted, I need to do some more, filtering. So maybe I would come down here and put in my NAICS code. So maybe we do 541. Where's my 54? There we go. All right. So that's just doing all the 54 NAICS codes. So now I can see, okay, DOD is spending $31 billion in the 4th quarter. HHS is spending $12 billion. GSA. Okay, remember, I just told you about GSA schedules. This GSA are schedules. This doesn't mean that the GSA is buying your stuff. I mean, it is coming through them. But there's a government agency that utilized that vehicle for GSA. So that's why it came out like that. So, I kind of don't pay too much attention to this right here. I want to know the agencies. So I got DOD, I got HHS, and I got DHS, okay, that spends a lot of money in the 4th quarter. I want to pay close attention to them. All right, the next thing that I'm understanding, okay, they have my money. I need to go look their small business department up. Now, also, I want to click on one of these. Now, hopefully it pulls me up what I want. I haven't quite used the free softwares in a while. That's just not usually what I do. So let me see what it's giving me. This is what I wanted to see, but I don't think it's filtering. components for fiscal year 2024. Yeah, it's not giving me the data that I want for 2023. It went back to 2024, I believe. Now, granted, what I'm trying to do is find out who was spending all the money in the fourth quarter of 2023. Now, let me just stop playing around and go to software. So SB Money Flow, that's what I'm utilizing right now. I was trying to show you guys, the free route of doing stuff. But that's why it's always not good to utilize that free thing right there. Speed is of the essence. I'm going to be here all day messing around with that. So I could come right here, come to 2023, and then I could see the top agencies that are spending my money. And then if I come look down here and I look in 2023 Q4, okay, I can see how the DOD was spending that type of money, right? And all of the agencies, they have an uptick. Again, HHS, GSA. So I'd probably say the Veteran Affairs, right? So these are agencies I'm going to pay attention to. Now, the beauty about us, I can just come over here and I can say, okay, HHS. Let me click on HHS. And then I'm finding the actual agency that's spending that type of money. All right. So we see CDC, CMS. They're spending a large amount of that money. So I got some key players right here that I need to look up on LinkedIn, get a better feeling of who they are. But most importantly, I now need to come over here and I need to say CMS, Small Business Department. Right. And then I need to figure out how to do business with CMS. Right. I need to study and understand how they're telling me that they do business. And as you can see, they have their own bid board, okay, that you can access right here. And they got some federal opportunities that you could access right there. The forecast of every agency tells you what they plan on spending. I'm pretty sure I could open up this forecast and it already has opportunities in it that they're, you know what? Let me just download it so I can show you guys. Hold on for a second. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. So we take this. Where was I here? I'm going to go ahead and drop that in there. I said drop. You know what? You know what the problem is? See, y'all got me doing extra work. All right, pull this up right here. We're going to drop that in right there. Open that up. All right, so as you guys can see, this is the forecast for CMS. Now, you could easily just search this by playing award date. And you'll see things that in 2024 near the end of the fiscal year, right? This is, I believe, August 8/07. So they already have some opportunities that they are looking towards. Now, the only thing about this is usually sometimes these ain't going to be direct awards. They're already thinking about this stuff ahead of time. So this ain't going to be like that sitting on my desk type thing. But the beauty about this stuff is, if we come look up here, requiring program office. I was trying to check the names, but I want you guys to see something. Now, I'm not saying this exactly for this person, but you'll notice like multiple people are on multiple opportunities, right? So it's some of the same people. So what I'm trying to tell you is you could pay attention to that person that's acquiring your products or services, and chances are they got more. So I should email this person and introduce myself. And I would be talking about the opportunities here that I see just to put my name out there. So I would send off like my capability statement and talk about this opportunity here and just letting them know, hey, we were doing our research. We seen something about blah, blah, blah. Hopefully it's not on sam.gov already. So I'm going to check and make sure it's not there. I don't see it. And I just wanted to reach out and, prepare myself for this opportunity. I'm really just trying to get them to see me because remember, we want to stay top of the mind. Now, that's not saying that it's going to get you anything because it's your first time being out there. But hey, I'm about to break the ice right now, right? And when these other things pop up that I was reaching out about, I'm about to pay attention to those and hopefully respond to those as well. So I want to make sure that I'm paying attention to that small business department for wherever my money lies. That's what I'm trying to focus on. Where is my money with the agency that's spending? Because again, I can be direct awarded money through my email. So it's very important that we start to build these relationships up. So this is a strategy for Q4s. Use it or lose it. Don't forget, make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs or business owners that need to hear about fourth quarter and government contracting. All right. Now, the next thing that we need to do here, again, these are strategies that you could utilize. You don't need to utilize them all. I would try, you got enough time in a day to use them all. One thing, if somebody tells me that they were working on government contracting all day, I'm probably going to call them a liar. Nobody sits there and just works on government contracting stuff all day. So you got enough time to work multiple strategies is what I'm trying to tell you. So another strategy that I will work here, okay, is saying, I believe Coach Austin said something of this the other day on his Instagram, but blind bidding, right? So yes, there's going to be opportunities that come out on sam.gov. Now, again, we're on SB Money Flow, so I can look a little bit faster than utilizing sam.gov. But, let me go back to sam.gov. So you guys can see the free stuff and I ain't got to be stingy like that. All right. So on sam.gov, we come here to search. We come up here to domains, contract opportunities. Let's see dates. We want it, response date in the next 3 months. Because again, that'll end that quarter, this fourth quarter. So we got that. The notice types. I want to go to, Look, see, I ain't did this in a while on these things. Notice types. We want to go to combined synopsis, solicitations. Boom. All right. So these are things that are just out there on the street already. So of course, I'm going to look for opportunities, active opportunities that, I feel comfortable going after. That's a strategy of blind bidding. Now, can anybody answer this? Why would I want to respond to some of these opportunities right here? I just told you the answer when I was looking in this spreadsheet just a second ago. I hope it clicked in. Why would I want to look at some of these opportunities and respond to them? What is it going to do for me? How is it going to benefit me? Put it in the chat if you can understand, why would I look at this blind bid stuff in the fourth quarter and want to add this into my strategy of responding? Any idea out there that you guys have of why I would say do that? Once again, I told you guys when we were looking in this spreadsheet of why I would want to do this. You see Arthur. You see Arthur. You see Arthur. You see Arthur. You see Kim. You see Kim. You see Kim. Well, don't you think that the person, come down here, that Richard got other opportunities too? I hope you don't think that Richard was just soliciting this one opportunity. I hope you don't think that Richard don't have stuff sitting on his desk that he needs to get out there, solicited, and services and products acquired before the end of September. I am responding to this so I can break the ice with Richard. Richard can understand my company win or lose this opportunity. Richard going to know I'm here. And guess what? I'm going to be responding to Richard. Hopefully it's an opportunity that's with your customer that got all of your money. Hopefully. Even if it ain't Richard, let's say it's just with CMS. Well, HHS is part of CMS. HHS, Health and Human Services, they like the overall, right? And then once you get under HHS, CMS, NIH, and all these other agencies are located under HHS. So technically, by you doing business with CMS, if that was your customer and you do something with HHS, you're getting in the door, right? So I want to start talking to Richard and anybody else here because they got more work sitting on their desk. The odds of them having some other stuff on their desk that they won't have time to put out here on sam.gov and go through the whole proposal process is pretty good, right? So this is why it's going to be key for you to respond to this stuff. You can't market yourself or your business sitting on the sideline. It's never happened in the history of business a day in the life. You can't just sit here and look at this stuff. It doesn't work you looking at it. It don't work you praying like, government contracting is just going to work out for me one day. I ain't never seen that happen to nobody in the history of my life. It don't just work out for you. You actually have to do some things, and then based off you doing some things, you get results on the other end. Hopefully they turn into the good results. The good results is winning government contracts. But I promise you, if you don't start submitting, well, you ain't going to get no contracts. Guaranteed fact. But what you'll realize is I can be strategic. Strategy is going to take you to a whole nother level in this game. And I'm teaching you guys the strategy of fourth quarter, right? You stick with it. Ask these questions right here. I'm willing to answer them. I'm about to get to the chat in a second to make sure I answer any of your questions that you may or may not have. But I've given you guys about 6 different strategies so far, right? So this is this blind bidding opportunity, which can also walk you into direct awards for fourth quarter spending because these same individuals probably got other opportunities on their desk. Now, also, I want to make note that the same way that I'm teaching you guys this for the federal government, use it or lose it, your state government is like this and your local government is like this. They have to spend the money too. Because if they don't spend the money, if your local government does not spend all of the money that they asked for in their budget, then what ends up happening is the state government's not going to fund them anymore. The state government's not going to fund that anymore because the state government had in their budget that your county was spending this money. They came up and didn't spend $1 million. Well, guess what? The state now can't go to the federal government and ask that federal government for that $1 million because it didn't get spent. So the federal government's not going to fund it, right? So it's all a trickling effect. But we're not there. We're just trying to figure out where is the data to let us know how can we help them spend that money. I'm not here for any emotionalists talking about what's right or what's wrong. I'm here for the business. Okay. So we're talking just strictly business right now. Nothing else. Keep that in mind. I don't talk all that other emotional stuff. Pretty sure other people do, but just not me. Now, this is the opportunity that you could utilize to, get your name through the door. The next thing that I'm going to tell you to do, because I think that I've said every strategy that I would go about the fourth quarter. I told you guys how to flip them around too, even if you're doing consulting. I'm hoping that you guys are doing consulting because this is a great way that you could look at companies and utilize their capabilities for a strategy right there. But anyways, the next thing that we're going to do for Q4 is to stop looking at Q4 and start looking at Q5, right? Now, of course, I would honestly tell you guys, especially if you're just getting started in this thing, I may not even get to this whole Q5 strategy yet because I would tell you be more focused on being aggressive for the fourth quarter. That's more important than what I'm about to tell you right now. This is more so the next level, right? And it's also going to impact what happens at the end of September. And this strategy is to prepare yourself for 2025's fiscal year. Okay. Now, we understand this about government. The first quarter of government is October, November, in December. Now let me just do something. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go here back to this. What holidays are in October, November? I spelled that wrong. And December. Now check this out. See, I think a lot of people don't pay attention to this. Okay. Now, it's a Columbus Day is in October. There's also Halloween in October. Okay. November has Veterans Day and also Thanksgiving. December has Christmas and kind of like New Year's too. So let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys are gung-ho to be at work during this time of the year? How many people do you know wait and save their vacation time up for this time of the year? How many people do you know love this time of the year because they get to kick back, drink eggnog, be with family and loved ones? The last thing that's on their mind is business. Well, here's the thing. The government are people. I think we often forget that I showed you names and stuff on these opportunities, and those opportunities are people. Yes, the government is in the first quarter of their fiscal year, but these are still people that operate just like us. And at this time of the year, everybody gets lazy. This is when you got holiday parties going on. I mean, you got balls and, everybody getting dressed up all fancy and stuff. Like they're just regular people that don't want to do nothing. Now, am I saying that the government doesn't spend any money in this first quarter? Absolutely not. They do spend money. It just ain't as much. The opportunities are a little bit limited. That's why you need to pay attention to that forecast that I showed you so you know what's coming up in that first quarter. The other thing about the first quarter is we need the president to sign the budget. So you'll see a lot of times of what happened in the first quarter. Going into the second quarter, you'll hear about government shutdowns because the budget needs to get signed. And you can't spend but so much money until the budget gets signed, which it always gets signed at some point, right? But we got to go through all of that stuff during that first quarter time frame right there that, it kind of puts you in a spot that you may think government contracting doesn't work. But I'm just telling you, it's a slow time of the year. So the 2025 strategy is you need to start aligning opportunities right now all the way to the fourth quarter of 2025. This needs to be you setting up your pipeline of opportunities. Again, your customers that was spending the money in what you do. Every single one of these customers here, come on, session time on my internet acting crazy. Every single customer has that small business department. Every single customer is going to have a forecast. So again, it's your job. It's your duty to start figuring out where is the money. So I can start go build the relationships right now. And guess what's going to happen? If this 2024 wasn't a successful fourth quarter for you, if you start this 2025 business development process that I'm telling you, fourth quarter next year is going to be your best quarter that you've ever seen in your life. Hopefully you're going to win things before that time happens. But the next time you approach the fourth quarter for 2025, you already been shaking hands and kissing babies. You already know what email list to be on. You've been showing up at the industry days for that customer, not the whole government, for that customer. So now, when July hits 2025, you become a millionaire. That's the beauty about this fourth quarter. You can become a millionaire in one quarter if you understand the strategy that I'm telling you guys about. $250,000. That's 4 opportunities. That's $1 million. 8 opportunities give you 2. The government got more than 8 opportunities at $250,000. Way more in the fourth quarter. If I come look right here. Matter of fact, let's see if Gemini. I love just using AI because I really want more of us to incorporate AI in our life because it's going to speed things up. How many solicitations did the federal government acquire in fiscal school year? I'm trying to think. It's not going to know fiscal year. In fourth quarter on average. And I can't ask it too much directly on date because it don't know how to go into those government documents. Research suggests that Q4 spending can account for 31% of the overall funds available to the government. This is what I'm trying to share with you guys. It's so many opportunities that come out there in that fourth quarter. Is just going to completely change the game if you focus. This is why you can become a millionaire in just 3 quarters. I said 3 quarters in just 3 months. The other 3 quarters may have been the worst quarters that you ever had in government contracting, but I'm trying to tell you this quarter can change your life. This one by itself. So I really want you guys to start to focus. Don't cry about anything that happens. This ain't going to be easy. I'm not telling you guys this like you just going to wake up tomorrow and start winning government contracts. That ain't what I'm telling you. But I'm telling you this strategy, this method, it works. You just need to move real fast right now with it. You got to call more people faster. You got to send out way more emails. This ain't no 1 email a day thing that I'm talking about. This ain't no 1 phone call a day thing. I'm talking about getting on this phone every day. Did you call 25 people today? Did you reach out to 2-3 agencies every day? And you may be saying, well, Travis, I reached out to CMS yesterday. Like, who else am I supposed to reach out to? Well, I told you I got software. I'm not about to just play around with one. I'm coming over here and figuring out like, okay, well, that was one person that I'm reaching out to. Well, I'm about to come back over here because I'm working with HHS. I got a whole nother list of people that I'm reaching out to, and I'm being aggressive because this is the fourth quarter. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is changing my capability statement up to every agency that I'm going to go talk to, because here's the kicker. Now all of these are under HHS. Let me show you something. What is HHS mission statement? And read this. Now, while that's doing that, what is CMS mission statement? And why didn't it give me HHS? Probably need to do health and human services. All right. CMS, you see, strengthen and modernize nation's healthcare system. Okay, well, what is NIH mission statement? What is FDA mission statement? I'm trying to show you guys something here. Every single one of these agencies, NIH, CMS, FDA. See, this is why I don't like Gemini, man. Let me stop playing around with Gemini. Google got to fix their AI. You know what I'm saying? What is HHS mission statement? I keep spelling it wrong too. That's because I can't type that fast. I'm a two-finger typer, you know what I'm saying? All right, so we got what is HHS mission statement? We got what is CMS? What did I say? What is FDA? Now, again, I'm showing you guys this stuff for a reason. And this is why. Now, HHS mission statement, Health and Human Services, enhance health and well-being of Americans. CMS is to serve the public as a trusted partner and steward. CMS is dedicated to advance health equity, expressing access to affordable coverage care, blah, blah, blah. That's what they do. FDA is to protect public health by ensuring the safety and efficacy, I don't even know what that is, and security. See, you got to pull out dictionaries when you read some of this stuff too, so you can get an understanding of what they're talking about. The moral of what I'm trying to share with you guys is everybody got their own mission. You should not be approaching them with one capability statement thinking that you're speaking to them. You need to mold that capability statement, and I always say that capability statement should be leaning towards the mission of the agency. I mean, what? We all know that they got the money. That ain't a question. They also know that anybody out there could do the job. Like, I mean, they know that you're going to hire people to do the work. They already get that. So it's what is going to make you different? What is going to make you stand out from everybody else? Well, once you start to understand that the government is just people, like I told you earlier when we was talking about the first quarter of government and they on vacation, they're people. So how can I stand out to a person that's reading this? Well, I could start by, putting a document in front of them that when they read it, they immediately get that I know their mission. And you may be saying, well, Travis, like, how do I write a mission statement for all of them? Now, look, I mean, I created the AI that you could come down here to this prompt library that we got, and you could just come here and write your capability statement, and I ask you the agency that you want to go talk to, because I've already programmed this with every agency's mission. And that's how we formulate and talk to them and capture their attention. Now, you may hear a fool on the internet also tell you, like, you shouldn't be researching and things. And that's crazy to me. I'm trying to get y'all to build wealth. Like, any fool could win a contract in government contracting. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. A fool could win one contract. It's a very strong possibility that, you just get somebody to come out here and they win. Can they keep winning though? Right? Can they win more than $5,000? Can they win $1 million opportunity? Can they get a 5-year contract? $5-10 million. That's when things start changing. The strategies that I'm telling you right now is to get you those $5 million contracts, those $10 million contracts. And at the same time, while you do this, you can also keep doing that little stuff and, the $5,000 things. It ain't hard. I told you a fool could win a $5,000 contract with the government. That's how easy this is. Oh, and the last strategy that I'm going to tell you guys about here is you need to make sure that your company is capable of getting credit card, that you're capable of processing credit cards, because that's going to be another large spending of this fourth quarter as well. Now, I showed you guys USA spending, but another site that you could utilize too is fpds.gov. Now, remember, like credit card spending and things of that nature, they don't have to solicit this stuff. They can send an email directly to whatever it is that they want to do, right? So I'm going to put in energy. I just thinking about an agency that I ain't got to type a lot. So I'm going to come here to advanced search. We're going to go to add, and we're going to go to date signed. And remember, what are we looking for? We're looking for where the money at. So we want to go to 2023. We want to go to July 1st, and we want to come here, and we want to take this to 2023, and we want to take this to September 30th, and then we want to search these opportunities. Now, once again, what do we have here? Let me bring my screen over a little bit, and I can see everything. All right, so we have 74,400 opportunities that was solicited this time last year. Now, I could get deeper with this, right? I could go back here to advanced search, and I could say, the dollar obligation, and I could say from 5 to 250. So now I got 67,000 opportunities right here. Now, I wanted to erase energy, and this puts me back at a whole lot of opportunities. So I hope that you guys can see all I'm trying to do is starting to narrow things down so the data can tell me the truth, right? The data will tell you where everything is. It's the people not willing to do this. These are the people who are not willing to become successful in government contract. This is why it's so hard to everybody, because you don't want to do this work. This is also why companies pay me a lot of money, because they don't want to do it either. So they pay me to come in and do this, right? I'm sharing with you guys how I go about doing this and how I charge companies a lot of money to do it for them, because it's so lucrative. What is paying me $50,000 and I'm showing you how to get $5 million? They get it. So again, I'm coming here. Okay, well, we got $4,000 opportunities right here. Like, you think they're not going to be spending this again? This was spent on September 29th. I'm pretty sure in the closing bells. I'm starting to understand that data can show me if I see that this agency right here is spending on September 29th, September 30th. Like, this agency loves pushing things to the limit. I like them too, because they like using easy routes to acquire products and services. The other beauty is I can see what products and services they're acquiring. So now I can start to go build the relationships up with the companies that can actually do this stuff. So when I go reach out to that small business department and I give them this capability statement, it's talking about this stuff that was already awarded, that they already been spending money on. If I just click on one, I could get even nastier with this stuff, right? I could literally start to look up these people, and they're going to be associated with more contracts. If I come down here and pay attention to the funding agency, okay, I can start to look up Department of Army and see more. If you get the office ID right here and just search that office ID in FPDS, you'll see all of the contracts that this office right here inside of this office that they acquire. So when I start building a relationship with this office, it opens up Pandora's box. But again, if you are being too lazy to do this research, then this is why you're not successful in government contracting. And I can't defeat laziness. Nobody can. And you'll just get back crying. You'll talk about programs don't work and whatnot. Don't nothing work if you don't work it. I got all the information for you to get to work, but if you don't get to work, it will never work for not one person ever in the history of life. So those are your strategies, guys. I like to try to keep it in an hour time frame. I appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure that you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners that you need to know, need to learn about fourth quarter government contracting. Don't forget, we are here live each and every week, Tuesday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Tuesday is our mindset in business. Wednesday is government contracting. And Thursdays, we talk about different tools and systems that we could utilize to help us grow our business here. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them down in the comments before I get out of here. I'll make sure I answer those questions before I get off of here. See, I've been talking too long. I was getting dry and all types of stuff. All right, let me go back through here. See what I got going on. Also, if you guys picked up anything from tonight, make sure you go ahead and drop a fire emoji down there in the chat. That's the only way that I know that you understood anything that I put down. Instagram, y'all are about to get cut off. If you want to continue, you need to click the link in my bio, get on YouTube, and you could keep viewing everything that we got over here. If you're on LinkedIn, I do have it open as well. I missed some of your questions before, but I'm capable of seeing your questions here too. Well, let's see. This is the good question. You know what's crazy? I be doing so much. I got to remember what video. I remember I made a video, but I don't know what I did with the video. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I'm going to try to pull out that video next time I go live. I know it's somewhere. All right. Continue. Hey, you see my man Vaughn? I love it. Get your networking on out there. Your thoughts on BidNet Direct? Have you ever used that site? Yeah, I've used it before. It's cool, but I mean, once you get to a certain point, it's kind of like, I tell you, I don't sell products to the government no more. Right? Like, I don't enjoy it. Did it put money in my pocket in the early stages? Yes. But once I learned government contracting and realized that the same amount of work, like the same amount of effort that you got to put in to win, $15,000, $20,000 in profit, it's the same exact work to win $2 million. So I said, well, let me just get on the service-based side of the house and go after these larger opportunities right here, because I personally like butts being put in a seat that I could charge for every hour and get paid off of that, opposed to me selling a product and, I got to keep selling the products over and over and over again. And not to say that all contracts over there are going to be product sales, but I just like bigger contracts that are going to bring longevity. Kind of like how your athletes, they don't like to sign deals with teams that only want to franchise tag them or give them like a year or two opportunity because they want that longevity. That's where I'm at right now. I look for opportunities that are going to bring a little longevity there. But again, in the beginning, I think that everybody, you should utilize every asset that you can to, potentially win government contracts, because you never know, which will be the right one to work for you. And once you start getting the money to come in, then you could go ahead and strategize and, do things a little bit differently. Right. So hopefully that helped out a little bit there. I don't like to ever say something's bad, something's not good. If it got money on there and opportunity, I'm with it. Because they have to get rid of the money for a year and dump the money at the end of the year. Repeat officers giving money. That's it. That's why I love government contracting. It's nothing new. They just repeat the same thing over and over again. Watching on delay, but where the middleman meetings this week. That's next week. It's the second and fourth week of every month. Right? The second and fourth week of every month is the middleman meetings. If you guys want to be a part of the middleman too, you could always visit middlemansclub.com here. I'll show you guys what that looks like. We meet the second and fourth week of every month. We got 2 different ones here. If you want to learn how to do affiliate marketing and sell other people's courses, products, services, or whatnot to businesses and to the public, then by all means, that'll be the Middleman's Club. If you want to learn how to sell this stuff to the government, being in the middle, that's going to be the government's Middleman Club, or you could be in both of them. And again, we meet 2 times a month. That'll be the second week and the fourth week of every month, Monday and Wednesday. So one meeting, don't quote me on which one, it's in my schedule, but you guys will see it in the group that you're in. But let's say Monday is our 11:30 a.m. meeting. Wednesdays is our 7 p.m. Eastern time zone meetings. And they just flip the second week. So 1 week, the Wednesday meeting is for the middleman night call. it'll be on that fourth week. It'll be the Monday during the day. So it gives the opportunity for people who can't make day calls, they can make the night calls and vice versa. But again, second week, fourth week, Middleman's Club. You want to be a part of that? Join us, middlemansclub.com. I will tell you it's cheaper than my consultation fee for 30 minutes. And that's essentially what you guys are going to be doing, getting on a call with me for an hour so I can answer your questions and also teach you a little something about selling right there. So jump in and join us. Also, while I'm here, I do have a special for all of you guys that we're doing for the month of July. It is America's birthday today. Well, I guess tomorrow. I'll be changing this up here at the top, but this is what I'm going to do for you guys. When you get SB Money Flow, you come here to get started and you get the Elevate plan. Yes, the Elevate plan. I'm going to be throwing in GovCon Cheat Codes University for you completely for free. And I'm going to be giving you Pure Money AI as well, completely for free. So once again, you could come right here, join and get the Elevate plan. And you're actually going to get this right here. I guess I should be putting this stuff in right, huh? GovCon Cheat Codes. Oops, HTTPS, semicolon. GovCon Cheat Codes. Dang, I gotta see what's wrong with my site. Well, I don't know why it's going there. But you're going to get GovCon Cheat Codes University for free. I'll show you guys what it looks like right here. I was trying to show you on the actual landing page of the site. I got to check out what's going on there. But you'll get GovCon Cheat Codes University included, which is here. And I have all of the lessons for how to get started, your capability statement, writing it, your officials, any useful links, certifications, how to access that stuff as well. The GSA vehicles that I was talking about, that's going to be located here. And then I got different things that, you guys have said that you needed help with, of setting up your SAM profile, prospecting government contractors, your overhead for pricing, I'm selling, who's buying, right? All of these lessons will be located and you'll get full access to this stuff for free just by getting the Elevate plan of SB Money Flow. It's just going to be for the month of July. So hurry up, get access to the Elevate plan so you can take advantage of all the perks that we have there today, not tomorrow. I use BidNet, but SB Money Flow is much better. I appreciate you. You just talked about the chances of the core having other work. I like this. A core reached out to me this week for a solicitation from Source of Salt that I responded to. Should I ask core for more work? Absolutely. And it's not really saying like, hey, more work. You're saying things like, if there's any other opportunities out there that, you believe that we're capable of doing, by all means, we would love to assist you on solving those problems. That's it. I ain't saying nothing. I'm saying that you got some problems. I can assist you on solving it. And that could be any problem. I didn't say anything in particular. You got a problem? What is a problem? A problem is a solicitation, right? It's a project that they could come up with. Sitting on their desk right now, I'm just letting them know, I'm a good person. I can solve that thing for you. But I love that you responded to the Source of Salt right there, man. That's a way to network and get yourself out there. Let me see. I always upload your videos in Chat GPT to implement in my business. Hey, smart man. Are there any forums in your neck of the woods you see like a cool dude to meet in person? I don't know. I'll be doing stuff on the fly. My schedule be kind of crazy. And I ain't even gonna lie. I honestly have to re-strategize how nice I've been because our people keep taking advantage of me. They keep stealing my stuff, trying to put their own names on it. It's it's getting wicked in our community, man. I've been putting up this for quite a few years, and I don't think I want to do it anymore. And what I mean by that is I don't want to go to the meetups and things that I've been doing trying to work with us. I think I'm going to go back to getting on planes and going to organizations that are a little more diverse and, people that understand business and aren't looking to take advantage of another person, but instead more so teamwork makes the dream work. Usually those places, I'm not going to lie to you, they're costing about $10,000 to get through the door, minimum. Last time I was going out, I'm spending $25,000. But, if you go in those type of rooms, spending that type of money, chances are that you ain't going in there to talk about no $5,000 deals, right? So that's the difference. You go in there to talk big dollars, not to talk a couple dollars. And I've been trying to get my community with the couple dollars to get that mindset to go up to the next level. And hopefully they'll get there. Some I've gotten there, but it's draining for what's going on in the way that the community keep doing it, brother. And I'm still gonna keep. I still can't believe somebody just stole my whole SB money flow, and she put her name on it. That's wild. She bought SB money flow and then copied everything that I did, the people I work with, like the whole nine, and then put her name on it. And I can't have that no more, man. It's extremely stressful. And I'm tired of fighting. That's all I can come up with. But I appreciate you guys. Again, I think I got all of your answers or questions out of the way. I hope that you guys have a happy 4th of July. Remember, we won't be here tomorrow for the 4th. We'll be back on here Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. Don't forget, too, before I get out of here, that you do go visit our site here, Travis Knows. You can spell it however you want. I always spell it KNOWS. Look, let me do NOS.com. You should be able to spell it however you want. Oh, that took me to the other one. See, look, I got to go over there and figure out. So put in KNOWS.com, TravisKnows.com. I got to fix that page too. Come down here, go to join our Pure Money community for free. Join our community. We got some amazing individuals over there. Shout outs to Simone, okay, who's definitely becoming a key member here in the community, helping guide you guys through information. So if you ever need anything, you can reach out to Simone, as well as you can reach out to Deshanti here. Deshanti's another value add to the community, and she's been amazing helping us out here. So that's another person that you can reach out to. And last but not least is my guy, Courtney, right here. Okay, you guys can absolutely reach out to Courtney. He's full of government contracting information and knowledge. He does come here live on Mondays at 7 p.m. So make sure that you guys show up and show him some love this coming Monday. But these are some individuals here in the community that you can reach out with. I know I'm always putting deals. I'm an internet nerd. So I'm finding deals and stuff on the internet. I put them here in our community, but you can join us completely for free by visiting TravisKnows.com, clicking on that tab and, breaking bread with us. Come share some love. Outside of that, I appreciate you all. I love you all, and I will talk with you next week. Stay safe, stay blessed, and have a great holiday.